Hello, everybody. Welcome back. We did the catching up. We are ready now to carry on with the making of the money. What are we going to do? What are we doing today? What's the plan?
So we should probably talk about that as a gang.
Yeah, I want to make some ducats. Or whatever they call them in this place we're from.
Easiest way.
You guys are gonna reconvene at Scarlock Manor probably at some point. You'll all be back there at the same time. You can talk about this in character. One thing I wanted to mention is I have on my sheet in my notes for you guys. Foghound's faction status +1 ? Does anyone know why I wrote that down?
So one of our contacts is Marlowe, a gang boss, and once upon a time you told us that he was the leader of the Foghounds. Although reading V8, I note that he's not.
Right. Because I changed the name to Margette, but
Then you need to update the sheet.
I think it's fine if we keep that connection and say that it's Margette instead of Marlowe that you guys have as a contact.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't show us having faction status on our faction sheet.
I think I put it down as a possibility with the question mark because of that connection, and then I forgot about it.
Yeah.
One thing I need to tell you, Margette had reached out to you, Oscar, a little while ago when you were busy with, obviously, the stuff you guys were doing. The Foghounds got a job from Lord Suker, who is the custodian of the Lost District. He's a Severosi nobleman who got the new custodianship for the Lost District and was supposed to be the one in charge of sort of maintaining it, oversight over it outside the lightning barrier. And Margette had a job come through that she could use a whisper on, and like you weren't available. But that's something that happened recently, and I think because you guys have a positive status with the Foghounds, there'll be potential, because we talked about working with smugglers in the past. There'll be potential for smuggling your product out of the city and potentially like different kinds of
Cool
stuff to make new drugs into you. But we haven't done that yet, but I just wanted to put that on the radar and make it known that they're around and they're available for that when
That's definitely something to talk about, because foreign markets is a turf that we can take, and that might be an idea where we do some jobs for them and then they give us that as an option.
Yep.
Yeah, I like that. So last time we took the upgrade workshop, and now we have adapts as well. So is that workshop in Scarlock Manor, Oscar?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's beneath, right? So Scarlock Manor actually has extensive catacombs.
Mm-hmm.
Of course it does. Why wouldn't it? Extensive catacombs. Sure.
It's actually in the book.
I know. I believe you. It's just really dorky.
And also we have access to the sewers underneath, which we've talked about ever since we got our barge/gondola thing that we used to deliver product. And so the workshop is beneath Scarlock Manor, but it is accessible from Scarlock Manor if you're willing to go down there.
Cool.
Awesome. So I think
where I make drugs, not mystical shit, drugs.
Yeah, my boy.
So there's a bunch of your weirdos in their underwear refining our product that we've just gotten a huge shipment of down in the cellar of Scarlock Manor. We got these like all these barrels that have come in from Daphne. We got all this product. We've got, we closed up the leak. This is RC now talking. We closed up the leak. Problem is nobody can move our stuff because these damn wardens are up our asses. So what we need to do is find someone who can talk to them, who can speak their language, and tell them they can just look the other way. They don't care when anybody peddles spark. They don't care about that. So they could just not care about lure. And they can keep coming after whatever they're coming after, but just, not track down our shit. I think our new friend, man, why can't I remember names? I think our new friend Elstera, I know the Arubians as a whole don't like us, but I bet she has enough sway that we could probably do a job for her, find out whatever she needs to get done in exchange for her telling the spirit wardens to just
but didn't we just
stop?
Didn't we just straight up put them in their place? Like, I feel like it would be a bad call to go back there and be like, hey, so we were just talking shit about how stupid and dumb and shitty you are. You got a job for us? Can we, you want us to
No,
work?
I think Elstera is different than the Aruvians. I think she's got her own machinations. I agree. I'm not doing shit for those Aruvian fuckers. But if Elstera herself wants something else, maybe even in her own interests.
We have seen time and motherfucking time again that these Aruvians just go back home whenever there's a problem, right? Like, we can't trust. We gotta deal with one of them as though we were dealing with all of them. And I do not trust that if we go and talk to her and we're like, well, let's do this thing, she's gonna keep it separated, you know? Like that cop bitch, when I talked to her, she went right back to them. This is how they work. Trust me, I understand the Aruvian mindset, okay? I know how they think.
Yeah. You and
Cantor,
Linnea.
this is a lot like gangs, right? The Aruvians do stick up for their own, but we're talking about them dealing with certain networks inside the city itself, which is outsiders to them. I think they can be trusted to uphold the...
Yeah, they don't care about the spirit wardens. It's like Bajo isn't the same as all the lamp blacks.
I just don't want to go asking for shit. If we go in there and we're like, this is how it's gonna be, then cool. But I'm not asking nobody for no fucking favors, especially not those shitheads. It's not the time. It's not the time. Maybe later, but today is not that day because we just straight up just told them how things is gonna be. What we got to do now is we got to get out there. And we got to prove it, right? We got to show them so they see that bloodletter shit on the streets and they're like, damn, it's a good thing we choose not to fuck with them.
Yeah.
Like that sorry-ass dueling school.
I just don't want our product to sit here doing nothing.
Well, that's what fucking Bajo's for, right? Get that lazy asshole working.
Yeah.
I think that there's this like moment where I look at Cantor and I nod and I say, yeah, I think we gotta how does Cantor put it? Take some corners.
Yeah. We gotta get up.
When I see that, I turn such that my back is to Cantor and he can't see my expression, and I'm giving RC this like very pointed look, right? And what I say is, maybe we can talk to her later once our product is on the street to make sure that the spirit wardens don't expand their territory and go looking where they're not supposed to. And I'm giving you the like, perhaps without Cantor, maybe as a long-term project action. Look right here.
Maybe Oscar and RC could talk to her without Cantor shooting her in the face.
Man, if you
I think RC and Oscar have a well-developed mommy and daddy language when they're around Cantor, where he like isn't necessarily picking up on everything that passes between them. I think that might happen.
I can't imagine that being possible. Being the fucking bastion of psychological nuance that Cantor Hague is. Yeah, I mean, probably. Like, I definitely wouldn't notice that.
But I turn around and I give a nod to Cantor because I actually agree with him. And I'm like,
yeah,
people are taking our fucking corners. They think that they're goddamn safe. I know that the bill hooks and the now I'm gonna forget their name.
The grinders.
Thank you. The bill hooks and the grinders think that they can take our turf, take our shit, take our corners, and do whatever.
Yeah.
I think it's time that we either tell them, hey, you're selling our shit too, or we should the blood
That's what we're going to tell them, is that they're going to move our stuff. They're going to move our
product. Yeah.
Too.
I'm about that. That's some good diplomacy, right? We go out there and we give them a chance. We say, you can keep pushing your weak ass shit, or you can get on board for the big win. And if they say no, then they got get. But give them a chance. We have to be benevolent overlords first.
Yeah.
The velvet glove before the iron fist.
I agree with this 100%.
But if they're gonna get the iron fist, we got iron fist. I'm good though. Like, we gotta be ready for that shit. Otherwise,
I flex my iron hand covering.
Yeah, but like less creepy.
Just straight up killing fools.
Yeah, well, I mean that's how it do, right? We got ourselves in a good position. We're learning fools on how these things are gonna be, right? We're coming up in the world, and now it's time to just expand. We have all the room in the world.
Bill looks for the grinders. We got to do them one at a time.
Well, out of character, which is the one that's gonna fucking fold the easiest? Are they the same tier?
They're both tier 2, yeah.
What tier are we again?
2.
Oh,
but
aren't there any more tier 1 gangs to push around?
I think that they're weak and we're strong.
I think that about everybody though.
Yeah. Although I don't know that we're strong right now because we just went to war with the Eruvians.
Yeah, you're weak right now because you went to war.
That's what I'm saying. So isn't there any?
It's fine.
But it does matter because being at war with any number of enemies makes you weak, or drops you down. So going to war with the grinders, if they say no, won't drop you again, but it will drop them,
right,
which will make them tier 1.
Yeah, I like how this game encourages me being at war with everybody. We're already at war. Might as well do it. Fuck it. Let's go.
Can't get any worse.
What are our options? Review. Let's have a tactical review here, RC. So remind me about these gangs.
Yeah. So the grinders are from Lockport. We know this, right, John? We know they're basically all right. The grinders from Lockport, they don't actually have any beef with us per se. They're trying to start some revolution and overthrow the emperor, some bullshit like that. They're just here knocking over corners, doing smash and grab, selling their spark, and they want to get a ship and go to war, some shit up in north. Who fucking cares?
Right.
The Billhooks, Tarvel, their leader, he's in the clink. He's an Iron Hook. And now it's being led by his sister and his number one, and they're fighting over it. So we could go after them because they're weak, because Tarvel's in the Iron Hook. But I mean, that's been the situation as it forever.
Do we know? Okay, so here's I like this, the latter gang. I like the political guys. They're hopefully they're gonna get beat down by the 5-0 and dragged away, right, for being political dissidents. But these other dudes, do we know anybody in prison that could maybe shank this guy to death for us? Because I know he's away, but he's got to be running business out of there too. Like, it can't all just be her. And if we can hit them both, that'd be great. We could ice him in jail and kill her out of jail. This is, of course, on the principle that they don't fold and just do what we say. But
I like that you're preparing for that.
Yeah, you got to be ready for that murder game. And I want to do it. If we're gonna do it, we gotta do it right. And it would show that the Bloodletters, we got some fucking shit going on, right? If we can reach him even in prison, that'd be pretty good. You know anybody?
We got one more person who's Tarvel's son. He and his sister Erin are the two that are fighting for control. So if we want to eliminate all their leadership, that's Tarvel, that's his sister Erin, and that's his son Corin. And they're all tough fuckers. I mean, they have a butcher shop.
They're infighting.
Yeah, they're fighting. How, on a scale of like 1 to, let's say 10, how hot is this chick? Just like tactically, what is her tactical attractiveness?
She's deadly.
Is she really hot? Is she super hot? Because I would take one for the team if we needed to like reorient her persona around. I mean, doing good shit for us.
I think siding with one of them, Erin or Corin, against the other, with the deal being, we'll help you take control of your gang and you'll move product for us.
Yeah.
So that's a fair offer.
It's a good angle. It's a good angle.
I have a feeling that if we tell them that that's the option, that it's going to profit them if they just do that. One of them will take one position, the other one will take the other, just to.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I think Weird Boy's right. Like, one of them's going to push back a little harder than the other, and as a symbol of goodwill, we ice that fucker, and then that cements us in good with the other one.
And then if the old man shows up and he's ornery, we just ice him too.
I mean, I say we try to off him in prison if we can. Like, I don't know if we got that pull, but if we could pay somebody off to get him in the fucking shower or whatever, then we don't have to, he's a known quantity.
Yeah.
Which is to say a dead body. So we don't have to worry about that.
It's been tried. You know this, Cantor, actually. You've been in and out of the hook also. It's been tried several times already, and it doesn't mean it won't work. But the next time someone gets hired for the job, it's going to cost.
It's been tried.
Killed everybody who's come at him so far.
It's been tried, but not by us, John Hart.
No, I'm just saying.
Yeah, of course.
You happen to know that it's going to be an expensive hire to get that done.
It's okay. We have money, don't we, Oscar?
We will. The thing is that we can hire actual professionals to go after him, because I have the feeling that when it's been tried by like somebody trying to shank him in the shower, and that's not going to fly.
Yeah. I mean, Mercy will kill a fool. I don't know if she'll go into the hook for it though.
Well, let's let's ponder this because we might be able to find a group that's willing to take our coin in order to do this. And this is definitely on the docket, but I don't think this is our problem for this upcoming job.
Yeah.
So I think our upcoming job is to go and tell them how it is. And when they undoubtedly tell us that, no thanks, we're on equal tier with you, we just break some kneecaps. Or shoot them, as you prefer, Cantor.
Yeah, I mean, I think
There's
that's
options.
I think that's the jam, right? We just go in there telling them what for, and when they fragment, we deal with it.
So out of character real quick,
Yep.
there's a thing we were going to do last hour and we talked about a little bit, but one of the things we get as hawkers, as all groups, is hunting grounds. But instead of hawkers having hunting grounds, we have modes of activity. And now, of course, I can't pull up the damn sheet that I just had a second ago. So we, the reason why it's relevant is that it might actually help us prepare for the score, because I
Sure,
think,
force. Come on.
because I think
They
our
were the
method is,
Bloodletters. What else
yes.
could we possibly be?
we have, well,
Socialize?
we have choices. We have choices. We have choices of the way we handle sales. Sale, which is a significant attraction with a specific buyer of illicit products. Supply, which is the transaction to acquire products or establish a new supplier. Show of force, which is making example of an enemy to dominate territory. Or socialize, which I don't even know what that is. I can't read that far. So I think our favorite operation type is show of force. Do we all agree on that? Right.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah,
All right.
It's our style from game one.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
that's how we do.
No. So when we do a show of force, which is exactly what we're gonna do right now, we get a thing. We get a cool thing.
Free action, I think.
Yeah. We get +1D on gather information rolls, and we also get a free additional downtime to contribute to that operation. So we can prepare ourselves a little bit for this. Set up a meeting with Corin or Aaron. Find out who might be easier to turn.
Yeah, can we
Sure,
do
sure.
some kind of preparatory like action? Because if we can get some leverage on either of these goofs, we could go in with a position of strength from the get go.
Mm-hmm.
Do we want to gather info?
Yeah, well,
I
we
feel
know
like
a
that's-
magistrate, right? We have a magistrate that's on our gang list.
Yeah.
And they terrorize magistrates all the time. So we might be able to get some info on, like, you know, the fact that they're going to get picked up. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean that's the thing. We just need an in on either of them.
Yeah.
And then we're good. And it only has to be like the smallest thing, right? Because they got to have a problem that working for us is going to solve, above and beyond that. If they don't do it, we're going to fucking shoot them. But
Right.
we want to go in on the soft sell first. It's going to last about 4 seconds, but we'll see.
I am.
I like that
Okay.
you're contemplating that. I appreciate that we can make this attempt.
Yeah, I mean, I know that I'm gonna ruin everything as soon as possible, but we can at least pretend. We can just pretend like it's not gonna happen.
Right. So,
yeah.
John, I think we want to talk to Roland Watt. He's a magistrate, and because we get a free downtime action, we're gonna go get chummy with Roland.
Yeah.
He's one of our contacts, and find out what they've got on Aaron or Corin that we can use as leverage on them.
Yeah, that sounds like a plan. Roland is a corrupt magistrate that you know you can do business with.
Yeah.
Corrupt is such a harsh word. I prefer flexible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
creative.
Thoughtful,
Friendly.
intelligent,
Friendly.
good looking, just all the best stuff.
Yeah.
Those things.
And I think I don't know, John, tell me what this sounds right to you, but I think the downtime action that we're gonna go for is acquire asset, and the asset is basically dirt on the billhooks.
Yeah, like
Substantive dirt. Like, this is not just us talking shit. This is like, we could make your life either, actually not even dirt, like we could make your life better. Like maybe that we could get rid of some problems for them. I don't know. What do you think of this?
right. If you're doing it as acquire asset, it's not just finding stuff out. You're going to have evidence or something, you know, tangible that you can use, a witness, piece of property, something to be like, boom, like this isn't just our stuff, something we discovered. We have like a real thing that you can use for leverage. Yeah, I think that makes perfect sense. Sure.
Awesome.
Let's do that thing.
So you're gonna talk to Roland. Our asset, you're gonna roll your tier. You get a bonus die from your contact. Let me think about how he does business. Oh yeah.
We've had one previous interaction with him, which was really small, which was when he was the one that told us, I think, he was the one that told us that Harrington was in, had been picked up. So we've had like one like tiny interaction with him.
Yeah, that's
where
right.
he kind of gave us the heads up, like, "Hey, your man has been picked up," and then we got Strangford to spring him. But
yeah. He keeps a house in Six Towers. That's this old manor, like Skurlock Manor, out of date, rundown, overgrown place. But it's, you know, it's part of his holdings, and it looks abandoned, but the squatters and stuff that prowl around Six Towers know not to go in there because it's actually not abandoned. It's, people know, like, bad stuff happens if you go in there. They cut off Larry's thumb, you know, whatever, you know. There's stories about this place.
we need stories about our place. We need to start cutting off people's thoughts.
I think there are definitely stories about Skurlock Manor. Yeah,
Okay, good. Okay, good.
pretty sure there's plenty of those. Not having to do with the Bloodletters, but yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's just down the road from where you are, kind of west towards the Weeping Lady Charity, and you can make arrangements to meet him. He'll come down and meet you there, like in secret, like an open secret kind of. So yeah, I think you can get word to him through like a cipher or something, about what you're looking for, and then he'll meet you. He'll come back to you and have a meet about and just like share whatever he has found.
Yeah.
You're muted, Sean.
Sorry about that. And since gather information is now just an action that you take, there may be hazard involved, but I also want to ask him what he knows about them.
Yeah.
You know, in this meeting.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
You all should know that magic is happening right now. I am playing this game, and 3 feet to my left, Karen 12 is proofing the index of this game.
Woo!
Also, hi, Karen.
Synergy.
It's Josh's eye.
Yeah. Production live on air.
Yeah.
Okay, so who wants to make the acquire asset roll?
You should do it, Sean.
Okay. Yeah. I'm going to take plus 1d because I'm definitely using our contact.
Yeah.
And I think that's it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, look at that shit.
Crit.
Ooh.
Tier 3 leverage right
Oh, it's so
there.
good.
Man.
I love
Just
it.
nonstop.
I know. Just we're
It's the shirt. It's the shirt.
Sorry, John.
pummeling that shit.
I know this game is more fun when we roll 4s and 5s. But
No,
Bullshit. It's the best when we win all the fucking time.
Crits are fine with me.
That's all that matters. Constant winning. Good work, Sean.
You got it.
Nice. Yeah, tier 3 quality leverage.
Yeah.
And
I think RC's, if this helps with the crit roll, I think RC's take is like, look, I know these guys are a pain in your ass. We're going to get rid of them.
Mhm.
So, well, let me rephrase that. We're going to make them work for us, and they're going to stop doing whatever shit they're doing. They're just going to sell drugs. Like, she's totally open with this guy. Like, she's not hiding any of their intentions, but she is clear that, you know, we're going to take them over, and they'll stop whatever reign of terror they're giving you, and they'll just be selling drugs and crowsfoot for us. So you don't have to worry about it.
Yep, exactly. So, RC, you're going to meet with the magistrate, I assume.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you arrive, and he's already there. His coach is like pulled around, out of sight from the street. He goes through the motions of, like, you know, having a secret meeting, even though
That's fine.
If someone really wanted to find out, they could. But he's like, "Ooh, it's a secret meeting."
Is Flint trailing us?
Yeah, probably.
Oh man, if he is there,
Then,
we'll have a reckoning. But
Then I
see
give
him
no
as only a
shits.
manservant.
Yeah. No, you don't see Flint, but yeah, you go in, and he's very happy with himself. Like, you know, he's found something really good, and he knows that it's really good. He's a bit older. He's probably his 60s. He's had a long career as a magistrate, being pretty much corrupt the whole time, lining his pockets, and not so much for the money. I mean, he's much better off than he ought to be because of this, but he just likes this. You can just tell he has this impish little smile, and he likes, like, meddling and,
yeah.
you know, getting a thrill by dealing with criminals, you know, and
Right.
dangerous people.
Yeah, I mean, if it helps at all, like, RC will totally play up, like, the violence and the shit that we are going to do, like, that he's gonna, you know, because of this,
Yeah,
like, make him feel important. I mean,
totally.
she's not gonna, like, suck up to him, but she totally will be like, oh yeah, shit's gonna go down.
This
yeah.
this kind of person's so fucking easy to manipulate, to just be like, I need it for a reason I can't tell you about. And they're like, but you must. And you're like, no, I can't, but I will.
Too much for someone like you.
That's it.
handle.
You can't handle it, but I
Right,
can.
right.
Please,
Yeah.
I'll tell you anything.
Right, like, I'm like, I don't want to make you culpable. I don't want to, like, you know, you need plausible deniability. You know, you need to not know this because you'll be an accomplice. Oh, you want to know? Okay,
Fucking
we're gonna
yeah.
go kill people.
Dork, yeah.
Yeah, so he has his assistant and his no-neck bodyguard there with him, and because this is a dangerous meeting he has to go to, that
Yeah.
anything could happen, you know. Who knows what
I got my sword on me. I can stab him through the chest. It could happen.
totally could. Yeah. And he's a tourist. He's having a great time. It's this dilapidated old room with tarps over all the furniture and dust everywhere, and the table has been, like, dusted off by his assistant, and some chairs have been pulled up, and he has a valise on the table. And when you come in kind of hard a little bit, like, you know, walking in with your sword, like, meh, he's sort of like,
Oh my god, this guy's such a
Perfect.
tool. I love it.
he's like, oh, well, now that I see that you're on the warpath, RC, I hesitate to even tell you what I found. I don't know what you might do.
Yeah, I think I play up to it. I'm like, you don't want to know what I might do. You're right.
Well, I hope I don't hear of anything bad happening to these billhooks. They seem like tough customers, so you should be careful.
What a fucking hard on this guy is.
I get up. I get up. Nah, I don't think I get up. Like, I don't get up like into space, but I do take like a meaningful step forward. And I'm like, we're tough customers too. Don't worry, we can take care of ourselves. Like, I don't want to, like, threaten him immediately, but it is definitely like, fuck you.
He's trying to have fun with you, but he actually, like, it kind of goes away a little bit when you step forward. He's like, anyway, yes, I have something. I think you're gonna like it a lot. He can't keep playing when you actually, like, lock eyes and get up in his face. He's just like, yes, okay. This should be very good indeed. and he makes a show of opening it up and bringing it out and blah 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 blah. But to get to the chase here, I think we've painted the magistrate picture enough.
Yeah, I love this guy. This guy's my new favorite. It's like it's Roth and then it's Roland. like Roth is still the best. He's the best piece of shit NPC. But Roland is now a solid number 2 piece of shit NPC.
Nice. So what he's arranged, he's leaned on Tarvel's barrister or advocate, I guess they would call him.
Yeah.
As a magistrate, he has a lot of pull in the court, and advocates want to, impress judges, of course. So he has gotten Tarvel's, like, it's not his last will and testament. It's like power of attorney, kind of.
Mm-hmm.
They don't really have that in this world, but it's that type of thing. It's this document that like has instructions for things that ought to be done in case of certain things occur. Blah blah blah. And
I mean, would it be fair, just so that I can talk about this in simpler terms when we're presenting it, would it be fair for me to call it as will, even if it's
maybe
more
proxy? Let's call it his proxy.
His proxy. Got it. Okay.
It's like his legal proxy. And it essentially says that Aaron he doesn't want Aaron, the sister, who by reputation, RC, she's deadly and ambitious are two of the things that everyone knows about her, as opposed to Corin, who is loyal. The proxy basically says that Corin is the one that he wants running things. If anything happens, Aaron probably did it. He knows that she's behind the last 2 attempts on his life in prison.
Oh man.
And he has these instructions. Essentially, like if someone does manage to get him, he's set aside some coin for an assassin to kill Aaron in retribution his own daughter. And it goes on like that. I mean, there's other provisions about
God, she sounds fucking awesome.
But yeah,
I know you're going to side with Aaron, right?
Yeah.
This, like,
Totally.
like this other dude.
Yeah, but it's all there in black and white. It has Tarvel's signatures on it to give his proxy in case of and Duskfall is so like fucked up that it's possible to create a piece of legal paperwork that hires an assassin.
Sure, yeah, of course.
Like that's actually fine.
Yeah,
you can. It's technically illegal, but the document itself is not illegal.
So is this the copy? Is this a copy of it, or is
no? It's the original.
This is the original. This is wow. So we have basically Tarvel's proxy. Like we could execute his will with this document if we decide forget it.
You could. Yes, as long as you yourself were not held up to any legal scrutiny, because you wouldn't be able to like.
Right, we'd have to go through our proxy of our own. We'd have to go through a lawyer to actually file it.
Right.
We're not going to walk up to some court and be like, "Yo, I want Tarvel's shit."
Yeah.
Boom. Paperwork, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Bam.
How do we change crew type to solicitors? Objection.
The Phoenix Wright blades back. In the works.
That would actually be pretty fun.
There's some
In the city of Duskwall, there are 2.
Rob Wayland is making the Grifters crew type. No,
that's right.
Solicitors would totally be Grifters.
That would be a Grifters crew for sure.
So what can we do with this aside from like take it to them and show them and be like, yeah, look what we have.
I mean, I think we can show it to Aaron and be like, I can tear this in half. Like this is it. It's not. There isn't another copy. There isn't like this is it. Like we can shred this and give her basically a shot at the throne.
Yeah, I mean, I think we use it as leverage first, right? We can take it to her and say like, hey, so we have something that you might be interested in, and
RC,
you
I
should
would just
get
like
on
to point out,
our team.
I would like to point out we are not going to shred it. We're going to keep it in a vault, such that if she ever decides to go the opposite direction, we can then drop it on the table.
Yeah.
I'm just saying what we could tell her we're going to do.
Right. There's
I'll
many
fade to background again.
many kinds of reality. That
Well,
we can
in this moment, RC, I want to know how to set up a meet with her. So I don't want to be walking in completely blind. So I say, I look it over. I'm like, this is impressive. And I guess a little bit feeding his own ego. I'm like, but where would I be able to find, how would you arrange a connect with this dangerous woman if you had to do it? And so I just want to find out, like, how do we get an audience with her that doesn't involve killing like 27 of her mooks first? Because we know how to do that.
You say that like it's a bad thing.
I'm just saying we've got a bonus to gather information. I might as well do it.
Yeah, go ahead. He has a lot of documents about Tarvel's holdings and Tarvel's stuff and the Billhook stuff, so he can like shuffle through and try to help you make sense of that. So
And a bonus die from him.
yeah, you get a bonus die from him too. I was gonna say.
Yeah, so I'm rolling. But what? I think I'm consorting
Yeah. Sorry.
because
Yes,
at this point I'm just talking to him.
Yep.
So I'm taking a bonus.
He's studying on your behalf, so to speak. So you're
Yeah.
you're consorting with him.
Well,
yeah.
I'd be happy to study as well if that would make sense.
No, I think it makes total sense that it's
Okay.
Like,
All right. So I'm rolling 1 die for consort. I'm taking a bonus die because this is what we do. This is how we get bonus on gather information. And I'm taking a bonus die because he's our contact.
Bam! Bam! Fuck you, the rules. Woo!
I'm just gonna go. You guys can play.
Yeah. All right. So then we take control of
just
the
let me-
kingdom.
I don't know how it turns out. I gotta go work on the game.
Oh boy. Woo. The greatest.
I'm done, guys. I'm not making any more rolls.
The
tonight.
fucking greatest.
So I actually just want to point out to the people that are watching this that Sean has 1 die in consort. System mastery.
Yeah, that's good shit.
That's how you use your 1 dot ability right there.
Don't be afraid. You too
Yeah.
can crit.
Yeah.
You too. Yeah, is that 4 crits in a row from RC? I think you might be right.
2. Last time you rolled, let's see, RC.
It's at least 3.
Not in a row. The command had a 5, but yeah, 4 of the last 5 rolls were crits.
I am definitely whelmed.
Yeah.
Wow.
Nice.
It'll come back to me someday, but for right now, I'm
Yeah,
rolling
that's
that.
right.
Critical gather information. So I was gonna tell you about the Billhook's butcher shop, a stockyard, and slaughterhouse that they have. They're fighting pits and gambling dens, merchants and businesses that they extort, useful places to, go at Aaron, and you might have to like figure out when she wasn't surrounded by her dudes and other kind of problems like that. But he actually comes up with a document that's like it's a townhouse that Tarvel purchased many years, like before he was in prison. And she's like the co-signer on it. And it's nothing like RC, about the Billhook, they have the butcher shop, blah, 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 blah. And this is like, wait a minute.
This is where she lives.
This is in Silkshore. There's this townhouse in Silkshore that they own.
Wow.
It's like her private residence, basically. And you know that no one ever talks about that on the street. Like,
Mhm.
oh yeah, and they got this place across the canal in Silkshore. Like nobody
Right.
talks
We know about butcher shops and things like that. We don't know
Yeah.
about private residences.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
it's
I mean, we don't tell people, Skrillex Manor is hidden.
right.
We don't tell people about that shit. Although, apparently the crows know, but whatever.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So that's. I would say that's most of the crit there, but because of the way gather information works, if you have questions, I can answer questions.
I might retroactively ask you
Yeah.
something if it seems like, duh, I would have asked that in the moment, but I'm happy to move to the engagement, to the score. RC looks at him like, what she's thinking is, you're really useful. Like, I like you. And what she, and then she like looks at him and she smiles and she says, I'm glad that we're neighbors, Mr. Watt. I hope to see you around again soon. And yeah, he can certainly take it as her being interested in him or being attracted to him, but she is like this, just like Elstera like looked at RC and went, that's somebody useful to me. I'm like, this is a useful person to me. I'm holding on to you.
Yeah.
He doesn't think of it as attraction in that sense, but he does like get very excited about it and interested. And he waves his assistant over and takes out a card, this like very nice ivory embossed business card kind of thing. And he writes a pass phrase on the back in his perfect magistrate handwriting, and he passes it over and he says, You may call upon me at my private residence any time of the day or night, whenever you want to tell your stories of adventure.
Can we just fucking rob this guy? Different gang, but that sounds great. I love it. I love how he's got this huge murder boner for you. I'm all about it.
I love it too.
And then I wrung his neck like a chicken. He's just
John,
like, yes.
John, I'm gonna start a clock to make him an uptick contact.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna have any ticks on it right now because I don't have any downtime actually to spend on it. But
let's call it.
Actually,
let's call it 4.
4. Actually, I will. I'll spend one of my own coin to how would I represent spending coin right now to do this?
Buy dinner. You know what?
Oh, you know what?
Sean, I would really recommend just waiting until after the adventure because then you have a story and an easy in.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, I'm just gonna create a clock with.
Create the empty clock now, and then
I'll create
later,
the empty clock now. Yeah.
Yeah. You can take him out to the fights, and amidst the violence and sweat and blood, be like, and then this happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have easy access to this guy, so you don't need to do it right now.
Yeah. Cool. So I just
difficult then,
Yeah.
I created a 4-tick clock, and I'm just putting 0 on it right now. It can go right next to my 0 ticks on my 8-tick clock of getting Julian to take me back.
Perfect. Perfect.
How's that marriage clock looking now?
It's great. It's like half done.
Nice. Yeah. Just got to push the boat out on that one. You're basically there.
Yeah. All right. I return with that, and I basically so RC wants this to be like so awesome that everyone just understands what it is, but she realizes like a bunch of documents are gonna do it. So she like dumps it on the table, like, huzzah, I've just brought the payload. But of course it's like a will. It's a proxy, right? So it's not.
So you just come in while we're like hanging out, and
yeah.
All right. So Oscar, I'm showing you that cool tough guy game where I have my hand on a table, I got a knife, and I'm like, check this fucking shit out. Ow, fuck, ow, fuck me. And then then RC walks in, like throws his stuff on the table. I'm like, the fuck is this shit? God damn it! Fucking, the knife's bent. It's not my fault. I did it yesterday.
I believe you, Cantor.
Yeah, fucking you should. Ow. Seriously, papers? What?
I look at Oscar and I'm like, take a look.
So Oscar spreads it out, and he immediately identifies the fact that this isn't Silk Shore, and he does some quick math. And it's just like, this isn't just papers. This is the mother load.
Look, and I'm like, I'm sorry to disappoint you, Oscar, but it looks like paper.
It's where Erin lives, and it's proof that her dad has signed over everything to her, his son, and that she's fucked.
Man, this is why I'm so glad I don't have any parents.
It's chains around her heart. This is everything we need to talk to her and get her on our side.
So we go up and we tell her like Daddy doesn't love her anymore, and that makes her sad, and then
no, we
what's
tell
the
her
next
to
bit?
take over her fucking gang and to know where the fucking chain leads to.
Well, and we tell her that
Daddy
Daddy has legal papers that gives everything to his son, and we're holding onto the only copy. So if he dies, she can take the gang. Right now, if these papers get through, everything goes to Corin.
Right.
So we just need to hold on to these, and she can take over that gang.
And of course, we can maybe push a little assistance her way.
I got no love for either of them. I don't care.
Yeah, what's the other angle on this thing?
Well, just to throw this out there too, your hunting grounds is for show of force, and you get all these advantages when you set up a show of force. So yes, you are going to do the things you're talking about, but it's all in service to some kind of show of force from the Bloodletters, right? So that's
thank you. No,
that's the ultimate outcome of this.
That's why I think that's why Cantor's having so much trouble understanding this plan, because I'm like, at what point do I start shooting people?
I got this. I actually got this. I'll translate this into a show of force. So I don't know if John is willing to do this, because it sounds like there's a little bit of a social plan here, perhaps happening that may be a lead into the other one. But what I'm expecting is we show up, we tell her what's what, she decides to close ranks, and her brother gets uppity, and that's when we show them why it's better to side with us. Is that
Yeah, I think we just offer to punk her brother. I mean, why not just say we're gonna kill your brother and do it?
Well,
Or
okay,
actually,
so she's
why not just kill her brother and then say, "Here you go. We're just handing you the gang." How
yeah,
about that?
yeah. So I mean,
that would be a show of force.
I like that. I like that plan. We just pick a side and we fucking push hard on it, and then we go to the other end of the fucking seesaw, and we're like, yeah, you up here because of us.
Yeah. I mean, it's simple.
I think in this metaphor, she would be down because he would be gone. But yeah,
Listen, I am not a fucking analogist here. I'm just trying to make this shit clear.
It's geometry skills.
Yeah, I don't-
are not germane.
Do I look like fucking isosceles up in this thing? I don't think so.
Yeah, they tried to teach me physics, but I shot the book.
That's right. That's right.
Then I shot the teacher.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Physics. You pull the trigger and the fucking bullet comes out the other end.
All I need to know is entropy wins, and I'm a force of entropy.
So yeah, like let's just go and fucking roll this kid, and then show up at her house and be like, yeah, we got him, and your ass is ours now because we got this.
Sold.
Cool.
This
Yeah,
is
so-
the Bloodletter way.
So John, you said I could ask follow-up questions.
Yeah,
My
that's what I was
follow-up
gonna
question is going to be, and this isn't. I'm not looking for the same level of like secret. Where can we find Corin, so that we can go punk him? And I actually prefer if he's with his crew because we want to kill them too.
It's not much of a show of force if you just kill him, right? That's
exactly.
That's just a killing.
So
He runs his dad's butcher shop every day. He shows up for work and puts on his apron and serves the customers like they always have. And he's like he's like sort of like the butcher from Boardwalk Empire, gangster guy.
Not the butcher from Diablo.
Not the butcher from Diablo.
Okay, all right,
no.
good. Just
He doesn't have fire that shoots up out of the floor.
Just gotta be clear about this.
Gathering information on that, so we don't know.
Maybe he died. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay, all right, we'll find out when we get there.
And he's not Bill the Butcher because that's Bajo.
Shoot him.
He's not Bill the Butcher because that's Baja, right? No, he runs the butcher shop and like ingratiates the Bill Hooks with the community that way. And he's a nice man, and he gives little treats to the kids, and just like his dad did before. People don't really like Corin very much, but they respect the fact that he's so loyal and is keeping up his father's business. The people who don't really understand the gang, thing, they just think, oh, that's nice that his dad's in prison and he's keeping the butcher shop going.
Yeah.
So that's like, he's obviously not like super vulnerable when he's there, but at the same time, it's not the fighting pits or the slaughterhouse or places where they have like loads of armed guys all the time. They have Corin's guys are there, and in the back room they're playing cards and stuff. And I forget what they do. Do these guys? They're mostly extortion, I think, not drugs. I'll make sure that's right.
They're the spark movers, though, right?
No, that's the Grinders.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah,
they
the
both move
Grinders.
Spark actually, but
The Bill Hooks are currently doing it, but that's not their main jam. But yeah, I don't think they'd be moving it out of the butcher shop. Oh yeah, they have death dogs. That's right. I forgot about their death dogs. So anyway,
John, is this
for a
butcher
show
shop?
of force, like wrecking the butcher shop up, you can tell that would be, and like fucking with him and his guys. That's the sentimental heart of the gang. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
look, we just go up in there and we order a smoked meat sandwich and we fuck them up. And we get our boys to fuck up the shop, and then we're done. No problem.
Of all the things you could fuck with in the gang, that's the best target. What I'm trying to say.
Yeah, well, that's what we're going after.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's go get some beef.
I got beef with literally
Yeah, it's got two meanings. It's a pun.
yeah.
I'm learning about these.
delicious. It's lean. Mm.
Hot beef.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. We almost are ready for our second break.
I was gonna say, do you want to roll engagement and then take a break?
You want, yeah,
Yeah,
have a
let's do that.
your engagement roll. That seems good. Let's do the engagement procedure.
Right.
Man, I love this new engagement system so much.
It's pretty slick.
I'm really glad because you are a very important person to please when it comes to
The other
Lights in the dark.
the other nice thing about it was I was able to do it last time totally from memory. I was like, oh, wait, I know all these questions. Maybe not exactly, but I knew each, all of them well enough that I was like, oh, cool. I don't need to reference something, which is nice because I always had to reference something before.
I love how it shapes the fiction and what it encourages. In my home game of Scum and Villainy, as a matter of fact, we switched to using it, and it really gets people to do exciting, fun stuff more so than a lot of the tightly controlled, super quiet stuff, and it's much more fun cinematically.
Yeah,
I'm liking it. Yeah, I'm glad you guys like it. So the engagement roll. I don't think we've done this on stream yet, so I'm going to go through it.
yeah, let's do it.
It's a fortune roll. You start with 1 die for sheer luck because you're scoundrels, and sometimes things just work out for you. So you get 1. Is this operation particularly bold or daring?
We're walking into the heart of their gang, ordering a meat sandwich and fucking shit up, with very little other planning.
Yeah, there's no skullduggery or sneaking. You're just going to walk in and start breaking shit, and sounds bold to me.
I took a dot and wreck a little while ago.
Nice.
Nice. My skirmish has never been better.
Plus 1 die for that, so you're up to 2. Conversely, is this operation overly complex or contingent on many factors? No, I don't think so.
It's like one part of this plan.
Beat dudes up.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and then extort out of that.
Does the plan's detail, attack the butcher shop, expose a vulnerability of the target or hit them where they're weakest?
I wouldn't say so.
Well, you said that it's the heart of the gang. Unfortunately, I feel like that's canceled out by the fact that they might have good security there, but it's important to bring up.
I agree. But yeah, I wouldn't say weakest, but yeah, it's, yeah. Conversely, is the target strongest against?
Can I put some pressure on that last bit?
Sure.
Because I feel like, and this is I'm abandoning Cantor a moment. This is a pure Adam thing. I feel like we're putting pressure on where the gang is weakest, which is to say the family ties, right? Like this is in service to eroding the fact that they're a family and that they get along as part of that. So I don't know if that's giving us any additional advantage or whatever. Like, is this role purely for the like go in and fuck shit up, or is this engaging on the whole plan of going to her later and being like, yo, you got family problems and we're helping you clean up?
No.
I thought.
I think if this wasn't a show force and the plan hinged on
we're being more sneaky about it. Okay, cool. Yeah, so because we're being so aggressive, that's less.
I think that's a secondary component to
I like it.
Right?
No, I'm
our
about it.
engagement is about how well we're going to do in this fight when we walk in.
Yeah. Can any of your friends or contacts provide aid or insight for this operation? That's already happened. Take 1 die for that.
Yes.
Are any enemies or rivals interfering in the operation?
I couldn't know.
I mean, we pretty much flipped a coin on what we were gonna do. So unless there's somebody already running game,
what's your status with bill hooks?
Nothing, if I recall.
Take a look. Yeah, I don't think we have any stats.
Every time anyone says bill hooks, I hear bell hooks. I'm like, what?
It's 0. You have -1 with the grinders for some reason, but you have 0 with the bill hooks.
That's because they came into our shop and we were like,
oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had one of their guys tied up in the basement.
Yeah, the grinders are next.
Yeah, they're next for sure.
So yeah, the bill hooks, they're not your enemies, so they're not like, because you're neutral, they're not like waiting around for the bloodletters to show up and wreck their shop.
Right.
So they're not interfering with you.
They're probably gonna be like, what the fuck are these guys doing?
I don't think any of your other enemies are interfering. Let me just double check on your list here. Who are your enemies? Aruvians? No, they're not interfering with this. Inspectors, bluecoats? Nope. No, the grinders, eels. Yeah, no, I don't think so. Strangely enough. Are there any other elements that we need to consider? Tier difference, that doesn't apply. You're the same tier. A situation in the district that makes the operation more or less tricky. Not in this case, because they're not in the controlled zone of the Spirit Wardens, so you don't have to deal with that.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I think this is like classic gangs of New York, walk down the street, show up at their place, and like, hello, bam. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
So that's 3 dice, right? 1.
I believe that it is. Yeah.
2, 3. Yes. Yep. Okay, let's make our engagement roll and then we'll go to our second break.
Cool.
Sean, you're in a hot
Sean, I assume you're
Yeah.
on the hook.
You're on a hot streak. Why don't we let's see how we do?
It's either that or you used up all your
I
rolls.
was gonna say this will
Yeah.
be the roll.
Okay.
You're either gonna keep the streak going or you're gonna get benched. Either way, it's fine.
I love engagements that start desperate, so I'm totally cool whatever we get right now. Because if I roll crap, we get XP for.
Let's say
desperate
desperation. I get extra dice in desperate
That's
situations,
true,
so
right?
I'm about
so this is win-win right here.
Yeah.
We're gonna see how this goes.
There you go.
But apparently, I just get a
Can't outblow it.
Yep.
can't blow that.
Incapable of blowing
RC's
it.
on fire.
Yeah.
You're in a controlled position when the action starts. That's very interesting. I will think about that during the break and frame you guys into that controlled position.
Cool.
Cool. All right. Stick around. We got more bloodletters and Sean rolling sixes when we get back.